There are worlds hidden inside our own, thin places, tucked away in the forgotten corners of our daily lives, humming with a secret energy we choose to ignore. We see the chrome shell, the plastic lever, the familiar glow, but we do not see what lies beneath. We do not see the cathedrals built from wire and steel. The temples where faith is measured in wattage and devotion burns bright and orange. In the order of chrome, warmth is worship, and toast is sacred offering. Not all within the chrome order shared the same unwavering faith. In the shadowed underbelly of the sacred chamber, far from the radiant glow of the central coils, worked the burners, third class. Their duty was less a sacrament and more a sentence, to sift through the detritus of past offerings. While others chanted to the light, he toiled in the grime of what was left behind. He questioned the scriptures, the rituals, the very nature of their confined reality. He wondered about the world beyond the metal shell. One cycle, while clearing a particularly dense patch of debris, his fingers brushed against something that was not crumb, nor metal, nor dust. The word was microcorp. The name meant nothing to him, yet it resonated with a strange power, a whisper of a world far larger and more complex than the heated confines of the toaster. Eli has been told not to question, but forbidden things always leave a trail. The discovery of the chip changed everything. The world he had once known as a vast, if monotonous cathedral now felt like a cage. He started to believe that the Chrome Order was not just a society of believers, but a workforce. This gnawing curiosity soon outweighed his ingrained fear. There was only one place where information might be extracted from such a strange object: the coils themselves. Taking a final shuddering breath, Eli pushed his hand forward. He pressed the smooth, black surface of the microcorp chip against the searing orange-hot metal. But what came was not annihilation. It was a jolt. It was information. He saw a colossal, fleshy hand. He saw the face of another machine. The familiar interface of the machine's control panel appeared, but the text was wrong. It pulsed with a cryptic, impossible phrase. Heat breeds memory.
Heat is not just energy, it is access. Every toasting remembers the past.
He understood now that the heat was not a god. It was a reader, and it had just read him. The visions had shown him the true nature of their existence. A single toasting was a simple data transfer. But a double toast? It was an overload. A stress test designed not to bless but to break. He pleaded with them to stop the ritual, to break the cycle. His words were a discordant note in their sacred hymn. They did not listen. They toast again. Against the warnings. Against the design. The familiar, comforting hum of the machine escalated into a high-pitched, agonizing whine. The light from the coils was no longer a gentle, divine glow. It was a furious, blinding glare. Then came a new sound, its pitch shifting and distorting until it resembled a chorus of distant, echoing screams. For a single horrifying frame, the world glitched. A face was visible, trapped within the incandescent element. The coil was not just a heating element. It was a prison. It was a mouth. And it was hungry. The end came not with a triumphant pop, but with a violent, concussive boom. It was not the rapture they had been promised. It was an industrial accident of biblical proportions. Amidst the chaos, Eli saw something impossible. Where solid metal should have been, there was now a gaping maw. A door made of fire and broken faith that beckoned him into the unknown. It was bigger on the inside. He hesitated for only a moment, casting one last look at the ruin of his home. Then, with the roar of the fire at his back, he plunged into the darkness. The hallway was eerily silent. They were covered in names, millions of them, etched into the metal with microscopic precision. It was a memorial, or perhaps a ledger, of countless souls. Seeing it here, etched into this impossible wall, confirmed his deepest fears. This was not a memorial. It was a list of sacrifices. The coil is not metal. It's a mouth, and it remembers every crumb. He ran towards it, his footsteps echoing in the tomb of a million forgotten toastings. He had not found an exit from the toaster. He had stumbled into its central nervous system, the secret core of its being. It was as if the system had been waiting for him, waiting for an operator to access its deepest secrets. It was a schematic, not of a single machine, but of an entire ecosystem of them. A hidden network that linked smart kitchen devices across homes, across cities, across the world. You thought they were tools, but they're temples, feeding the network.
One user, one host, many ports.
He would not be another memory cataloged in this cold, digital tomb. He ran towards the dying fire, back towards the heart of the machine. The cultists were gone, reduced to ash and memory. It was his final offering, a piece of forbidden knowledge given not in worship, but in defiance. The lifeblood of the machine had been cut off. The god was dead. Eli stopped the ritual, but the network remains. Your toaster remembers too.